And good evening, high school football fans. Welcome into Memorial Stadium, your site for ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, and brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers, where we have Johnson, the Atom Smashers of Johnson, and the Island Sharks ready to do battle in a week 3, week 2, whatever you want to call it. Week 3 for Johnson, week 2 for Islands. As the Sharks 0-1, Johnson 0-2 on the year. Both these teams looking for their first win of the year here from Memorial Stadium. Johnson all in orange will kick to Islands. The Sharks in the black helmets, white jerseys, and teal pants. This is Langston Lewis picking it up at his own 6-yard line. Coming up the middle, looking for some room. Gets out to the 18, 17-yard line before he's taken down by a host of Johnson tacklers. The Island Sharks coming off a loss there last week to Windsor Forest, 20-9 last Thursday. The first game of this 2021 season. Got out to a 9-0 lead in that one, but ran into some injuries and things like that throughout the game. Some turnovers, penalties were big for the Sharks last week. And now Jeremiah Gabriel, the senior, lines up there at quarterback out of the pistol. Looks to his right. Hands it off to Jamari Sanders, who was wrapped up by a host of Johnson Atom Smashers. Short gain there for Sanders off the right side of the line. As we said, a number of Island Sharks played quarterback last week. Starter Amari Bedgood was having quite a game himself. Had a touchdown pass already before he went down with an injury. He's still recovering tonight, so Jeremiah Gabriel takes over in the pistol. Looking to his left. And it's picked off by Johnson. The Atom Smashers get a turnover early in this one. It's returned to the 18-yard line. That is Anthony Cooper, the linebacker, rotating over and stepping into the path of the slot receiver. That's who Gabriel was looking for, looking to his left, trying to get to the slot. But Cooper does a great job rotating over and coming away with the early interception for the Atom Smashers. Now lined up in the 18-yard line of Islands. Keon Edwards in the gun. Looks to his left. Hands it off. Finding room. This is Nolan Bacon. And he's into the end zone. An early touchdown for Johnson. The Atom Smashers out to a 6-0 lead early, right off the jump in this one. Quickly taking advantage of the takeaway are the Atom Smashers. And they get something that they didn't have last week, a lead to work with here early in the ball game. Some momentum, some energy there on the sidelines to start the night for Islands. Only 1 minute into this one as they line up for the PAT. What a kick that was, and it's in and through for Johnson. The snap low there at first, but a good handle on it, and the kick is good. So Johnson up 7-0 now to start this one with the early takeaway and the quick hitter from Nolan Bacon, the 18-yard touchdown run right up the gut, finding some room. Great blocking by those offensive linemen for the Atom Smashers and able to take advantage of that early turnover. Now for Islands, have to get that out of your head quickly here as you're only a minute into the ball game. A lot of time left in this one. Can't let that one linger in your head as the game goes on. This is David Petty, lines up the kick, line drive. Down once again to Langston Lewis. This one picked up at the 17. Trying to find some room, looks to the right. Breaking tackles, still breaking tackles, and now dragged down at about the 26-yard line. Langston Lewis, the impressive Island Shark, will play all over the field tonight. Receiver, quarterback, lined up a quarterback there a few times last week in the second half, trying to provide a spark for the Sharks. Had 2 early interceptions in that ball game last week against Windsor Forest. Now the Sharks behind the 8 ball a little bit. 10:51 left to go here in the first quarter, down 7-0. Jeremiah Gabriel in the pistol, looks to his left, hands it to Jamari Sanders, and wrapped up again at the line of scrimmage. Short gain, about 1 yard there for Sanders on that one. Excuse us there, a bit of a slow, bit of an internet problem there, but all firing back up on all cylinders now. Gabriel in the pistol. Lewis in motion, now flips it out to Lewis on the swing pass. Who's trying to find room on the sideline, wrapped up, pushed out of bounds there by number 21, Michael Ellison Jr. Good job in the open field, just pushing and ushering Langston Lewis out of bounds. Lewis, we all know how difficult it is to bring him down in the open field. 3rd and 6 now for the Sharks. Trying to get things all sorted out here early in the season, early in the game. 10:02 left to go here in the first quarter. Johnson, the Adams Smashers, with a 7-0 lead. Now Gabriel in the pistol. Looks to his left, play action, now rolling to his right. Has a man, hits him in the flat, and a lot of room to run here for Cooper Bachman. A big hit, but still huge gain for the Island Sharks and Cooper Bachman on the play action pass there to the right side. Johnson kind of getting sucked into the run there, and left old Cooper Bachman out there on the right. Gave him plenty of room to get all the way down to the 43-yard line here of the Johnson Adams Smashers. Gabriel in the pistol, 3 wide receivers to his right, to his left, 1 to his right. Sanders behind him. Now Gabriel steps up in the pocket, trying to find some room, but wrapped up and taken down this time by Jalea Curse. Still able to spin and twist his way to about a 3-yard gain there. 2nd and 7 coming up for Islands. Gabriel in the pistol, looking over the middle, finds a man, gets caught, and taken down inside the red zone, though, all the way down to the 12-yard line. This is Jaden Sutton. Roland Ferguson. That 9 looks a whole lot like a 10. It's wrapped up on that jersey, but great job finding the room in the center of the field there by Gabriel. Good job floating it in there by the quarterback. Now inside the red zone, down to the 12-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Island Sharks. Gabriel in the pistol again. Looking to his left, now comes back to his right, throws it over the middle. Ooh, and that one almost intercepted off the hands of Langston Lewis, and went right to a defensive back, but just couldn't get his hands on it. Looked like that could have been going the other way for a second straight pick for this Johnson defense. Instead, though, it is 2nd and 10 once again on the 14 for Islands.
Line of scrimmage from the Johnson High School 12-yard line, 2nd down and 10.
Gabriel rolling out to his left. A few people in the round. Now he's trying to find some room. Defensive line bearing down on him and taken down in the backfield, down all the way back at the 19-yard line. solid pressure there for the Atom Smashers, and really just a coverage sack as well. Couldn't find anyone down the field, and Mikhail Milson was able to shake off the blocks and Derek Brantley was able to shake off the blocks and get to Jeremiah Gabriel there. Take him down now 3rd and 15 for the Island Sharks. First down marker all the way down at the 4-yard line. Gabriel in the pistol, takes a snap, now rolling out to his right, pressure from the defensive line. There's room to run for Gabriel. He slows up a little bit, tries to make a move, but still spins out of a tackle. Did the ball come out? It looks like the ball might have came out there at the end, but you have a touchdown signal there on the far side. Had bodies flying everywhere. Hard to see, but it looks like Jeremiah was able to spin his way. Jeremiah Gabriel able to spin his way into the end zone, and man, perseverance, able to shake through those tackles, push his way from the first hit at the 5-yard line, able to spin off a tackle and push through another one to get in the end zone. Remember that one for later, got 3rd and 15 from the 19-yard line, and Gabriel able to just use that athleticism to get his way into the end zone. Good coverage by the Atom Smashers. Bachman now, oh, no, the snap is bobbled by the holder, and the holder is taken down there in the backfield. So 7-6. Johnson, the Atom Smashers are going to hold on to the lead here at Memorial Stadium.
Your Sharks get on the board with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in first quarter action. It's Johnson High School 7, the Island High School Sharks.
I'll remind you and thank Enmarket for sponsoring us here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. You can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. Established in Savannah in 1964, Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout the communities they serve in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Did you know they've built a new app with tons of features? Download the Enmarket app today to get exclusive app-only coupons and pay for your fuel from your phone. We know at an Enmarket gas station, you'll be able to find a fresh choice and a friendly face there at Enmarket. I want to thank you for joining us here on ESPNCoastal.com or however you are watching us this evening from Memorial Stadium as Johnson holds the 7-6 lead over Islands with 7:17 to go here in the first quarter. Bachman kicks it away. The Atom Smashers down and fighting over the football, but able to corral it and find some room. Cuts upfield to the 30, to the 40. Now still breaking tackles. The kicker finally brings down number 22 there for the Atom Smashers, Jaden Pugh. Had to fight the other receiver down there to try and get the ball from around the 10-yard line, but still able to cut upfield, go to his right, cut back to the middle, and find great return room all the way out to the 41-yard line, of the 40 and a half, if you will. Now Keon Edwards ready to take back over in the gun, 2 running backs to either side of him. And trying to get a football off the field here. Atom Smashers, 1 play on the night. 1 play, 18 yards, and a touchdown run. Now, and this one going to be a flag on either Islands or Johnson. It looks like it's going to be on Johnson for motion. False start there before the snap. Going to back him up. Well, 1st and 15. So you get a hot start, get a big turnover there. Take advantage of that, put it in the end zone, and now sadly backing up the other direction. 1st and 15 now for the Atom Smashers. Edwards now in the gun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Running back to his left. And again, we have, looks like, motion coming from the far side ref. And it is, once again, on Johnson. Another false start, pushing this all the way back to 1st and 20. to start this one. So a great return there on the kickoff, and now just shooting yourself in the foot a little bit here to get things started. We've seen this from both teams early in the year here with a lot of penalties either way and untimely penalties as well in their last few games. But Edwards now, the 1st and 20 from the 31, and another whistle. This time it's going the other way. And it looks like a cornerback and a wide receiver. I don't know if they got mixed up or what, but cornerback and a wide receiver getting called on the near side of the field. This time, offsides on the defense. So back to 1st and 15. Edwards in the gun. Hands off here to Bacon, and this one blown up in the backfield by that Sharks defense. Big number 52 for the Island Sharks, Sharon McGirt. That's exactly who Coach Kendarick Bonner talked about. First name he listed when he started talking about this Island Sharks defense on High School First Look is big number 52, Sharon McGirt, coming right up the middle out of that 3-4 defense. Edwards in the gun again. Looks to his right, hands it to Bacon. Cutting up the left side of the defense, trying to find a few yards and able to get 3. Again, McGirt able to shed his block and bring down Bacon. It's going to be 3rd and long here for Johnson, about 3rd and 16. 3rd and 17, first down marker at the Sharks' 49-yard line. And what do we have here? I have a timeout from the Adam Smashers. Want to make sure they get this one right with a 3rd and 17 upcoming for Johnson. That gives us a chance to thank a few more of our sponsors. Coach's Corner just turned 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah's and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over 25 of those years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. There are other ways to have fun at Coach's Corner as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole. There's never been a dull moment here since there's something on every night. 3016 East Victory Drive in Thunderbolt there at Coach's Corner. Also, I want to thank the Uniform Source. Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurant, and catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available there at the Uniform Source, 818 Eastern End Avenue, Savannah, Georgia, or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. Thank you for joining us here at Memorial Stadium for ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Johnson, the Adam Smashers, holding a 7-6 lead here with 5:55 left to go in the first. 3rd and 17 upcoming for Keon Edwards and the Adam Smashers. He takes the snap, and another flag on the far side. We'll see what this is. And that's going to be a false start again. And based on who he's talking to there on the far side, I'm not sure if it's a wide receiver. I believe a wide receiver maybe just trying to get a quick jump on the play or what, but 3 false starts now on the far side of the field for Johnson. 3rd and 22 now for the Adam Smashers. Keon Edwards in the gun, Bacon to his right. Trips to his left. Edwards now looks to his left, pumps a few times, now looking for some room, and is going to get taken down in the backfield there. Pressure by number 8, Kenny Wilder, for the Island Sharks, and also the big man, number 85. 65, TJ Hawkins. Now out to punt for the Adam Smashers. 5:15 and rolling here in the first quarter. Adam Smashers still holding a 7-6 lead here at Memorial Stadium. The punt away, about to midfield, and called for a fair catch. There is Roland Ferguson right at midfield, about the 49-yard line there of the Sharks. So not quite in Plut's territory, but right there for the Island Sharks. Kind of a tale of two drives for the Sharks. The first big interception on their own 18-yard line gave the Adam Smashers a great field position, obviously, inside the red zone. With one play, the Adam Smashers were able to get in the end zone. Next drive for Islands, huge plays by Cooper Bachman and Jeremiah Gabriel combined for that big touchdown. 3rd and 19, able to run in the touchdown was Jeremiah Gabriel. And he comes back out now in the pistol, trips to his right, one wide receiver to his left, running back behind him, and that's Jamari Sanders. Gabriel takes the snap, surveys the field, now pressured, rolls out to his right, trying to find a man, throws it over the middle, and this one into the dirt. Looks like he was looking for Roland Ferguson over there out of the slot, but not able to complete it. That would have been quite an impressive pass as he was about to get hit, kind of jumping in the air a little bit too. Luckily for him, falls to the dirt as there was coverage in the area, but Gabriel comes back out. Now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Gabriel takes the snap, turns around, hands it off there to Kenny Wilder, who's able to break some tackles, find a little bit of room, but still good job filling the gaps by the Johnson Adam Smashers defensive line there, linebacking core. Wilder able to pick up a couple yards, but not much. 3rd and 8 now here from the 49-yard line of the Adam Smashers. Ooh, and big pressure. Gabriel gets out of it, though, rolls out to his right. Still looking for a man down the sideline. Is that one intercepted? Is that one intercepted or caught? It looks like it's caught by the wide receiver. Excuse me. They do call it an interception. Certainly thought so by the way that looked. Big interception for this Johnson defense. Once again, that's the 2nd one on the night. For a second there, didn't know if they were going to call simultaneous possession there or what. As it looked like the wide receiver and the defensive back almost got there right at the same time. But still, great jump by that Johnson defense. And your quarterback at the end of the day, 3rd and 8, just trying to fit in there and make a play. But still, Johnson gets their 2nd takeaway of the night. And Keon Edwards is right back in the gun for the Adam Smashers. Two running backs, to either side of him here. And Edwards gets down and ready to go, and right as he does, timeout called there by Johnson. 2nd timeout called here in the first quarter for the Adam Smashers. Won the rest of the way here in this first half. But that gives us time to thank some of our sponsors once again. Granger Honda. Granger Honda Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Also, Cash and Carry. Cash and Carry, pull your part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. No, I don't think it's been recording for. You said that. So that's why I don't know it because it was rolling fine. I don't know. Just keep rolling. I don't know why he texted that. I mean, everything's looked good this whole time. So, yeah. Big stop by the Islands defense there on first down. Now back. Second down here for Keon Edwards and the Adams Smashers. Looking to his right. Throws it out. This one complete. Solid pickup there through the air for Johnson with that short slant to Ted Hurst. Able to take it a few more yards after the catch. Make it third and manageable here for Johnson. Now third and about 3.5 for the Adams Smashers right from midfield. The give to the running back here. Looks to the right. And I believe Bacon has enough there for the first down. Absolutely. A pickup of 6 or 7 there on the ground. Moving the chains for this Adams Smashers offense.
First down.
And big pressure there by Islands. And the wide receiver taking down, or the running back taken down in the backfield there. Ball came out there at the end. But he was already down, calling down here for the Adams Smashers. But again, a big first down play there by Islands, able to get in the backfield and make a play. And the wide receiver who took the pitch there kind of came down awkwardly on his leg. Looks like I got a couple trainers out there looking at him for right now. We'll once again thank some of our sponsors here on ESPN Radio's ESPN Coastal.com's, high school game day game of the week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers here from Memorial Stadium. Johnson holding a 7-6 lead right now over Islands. 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. But I want to thank Enmarket. You can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket, established in Savannah in 1964. Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout the communities they serve in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Did you know that they built a new app with tons of new features? Download the Enmarket app today to get exclusive app-only coupons and pay for fuel from your phone. We know at an Enmarket gas station, you'll be able to find a fresh choice and a friendly face there at Enmarket. Also, Coach's Corner. Coach's turns 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah's and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over 25 of those years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. There are other ways to have fun there at Coach's Corner as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole. There's never been a dull moment here since there's something on every single night. At 3016 East Victory Drive there in Thunderbolt at Coach's Corner. Here with you from Memorial Stadium. Have an injured player down here at about midfield after being spun down in the backfield. Kind of came down awkwardly. And you hope he's all right. But once again, here at Memorial for Johnson and Islands, Adams Smashers off to a 7-6 lead. And looking like the trainer's coming back to the sideline here to prepare something. Didn't get a good look at who it was going down there in the backfield, but try and get a number when he gets back up. Early in this one, 1:51 left in the first quarter, and a couple of big turnovers. Why this Johnson defense has held Islands at bay so far. I think the third play there for scrimmage there from Islands. Johnson able to come away with a big interception. First play from scrimmage for the Adams Smashers. It was Nolan Bacon with a 18-yard touchdown run. after taking over after that interception. Carried it into the end zone right up the middle. Islands was able to respond there with a big touchdown drive. Huge pass from Gabriel to Cooper Bachman on that drive. Got him all the way down to about the 30 and pushed back to a 3rd and 19. Jeremiah Gabriel was able to call his own number, go play action pass and keep it himself, roll out to the right, lower his shoulder a couple times and spin his way into the end zone to make it 7-6. But still waiting here. It looked like we have I believe an air cast getting wrapped around the leg of the player. So tough situation here. You never want to see guys go down, especially this early in the season. But sadly, that's part of the game. Hopefully, he'll be able to recover well. Some big games going on around the area tonight. Benedictine tying it up with Beaufort out of South Carolina, 7-7 now in that one. So early in the first quarter there, update from Beaufort and Benedictine, 7-7 after a kickoff return for a touchdown from Justin Thomas in that one. And applause going on all around the stadium as injured player able to get up there and sadly having to get helped off the field there. That is Tyleek Walker. There, number 2 for Johnson, and leg put in the air cast there, and head coach Deshaun Printup, trainer, for Islands coming over to check on Walker there and walk with him. Getting carried off the field. So back to the football field. Sadly, hate to see that happen. Getting right back into the action here. A 2nd and 20. As Keon Edwards and the Johnson Atom Smashers come back onto the field here about the 46-yard line of Johnson.
Back to game play, 2nd down and 20 for the Johnson High School Atom Smashers, who set up with their line of scrimmage at their own 46-yard line.
Just waiting for the head referee here to signal that all is good to go. I believe they're waiting for everything to get cleared up there on the sidelines, and looking like everything is ready to go here. 2nd and 20 for Keon Edwards and this Atom Smashers offense coming out of the break and play. Edwards takes the snap, looks to his left. That's a play action. Rolling back to his right, and he has no one out there with him except for big number 9 there. That's Tavar Bruton for the Island Sharks, able to come off the edge there and see that Edwards still had the ball there in the play action pass, but had no one coming across the formation to have Edwards throw it to him. Either a miscommunication there or possibly a naked bootleg that Bruton blew up there in the backfield. Either way, huge loss. Back to the 32-yard line are the Johnson Atom Smashers. Got to get all the way to the Islands 33 here for a first down. Edwards in the gun, running back to his left. Takes a snap, setting up a screen here, and that one dropped by number 25, Amarion Scott. Kenny Wilder able to get back there, notice the screen developing, turn around, maybe help break that one up a little bit as well. Good recovery by Wilder. That's going to bring it to fourth and really, really long. I'll say that for Johnson. Now bring out the punt unit here. It's number 9, Jermaine Hosendorf, ready to punt it away.
Line of scrimmage from the 32-yard line.
Hosendorf takes the snap, gets the kick away. This one about gets over midfield, takes a Johnson bounce, rolling to, almost to, all the way to the first down marker there for the Johnson Adams Smashers. So it's all the way down to the 33-yard line there of Islands, and the Sharks will take over from there. 3 drives, 2 interceptions for the Adams Smashers defense, 1 touchdown run by Jeremiah Gabriel, who is in at quarterback for the Sharks this evening. A host of Sharks taking snaps there at quarterback last week. Of course, we had Amari Bedgood come out, throw a touchdown pass against Windsor Forest. Went down with an injury after that. Kind of rotated guys in and out. But Jeremiah Gabriel has taken over the snaps tonight for the Sharks. He comes out here for his 4th drive of the evening. Gabriel looks to his right, hands it off. Adams Smashers in the backfield, but this is Sanders able to find his way to the edge and forced out of bounds there after a 4-yard gain. There was Jamari Sanders, so able to put on the Jets there, use his speed, find some room there on the right side. That's going to make it 2nd and 6 here for the Sharks from the 38-yard line. That's going to do it here for the first quarter as time expires in the first. Johnson, the Adams Smashers, leading this one over Islands 7-6 as the Island Sharks have the ball here and trying to find their way, to make their way down the field to take the lead here. But want to thank you once again for joining us here on ESPN Radio's ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers this evening from Memorial Stadium. Want to thank the Uniform Source for supporting ESPNCoastal.com football here. Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurant, and catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available. 818 East Oren Avenue there in Savannah, Georgia. Or check out their store inside the Savannah Mall. Also want to thank Cash and Carry. Cash and Carry, pull your part. Make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every single week. They make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. That's Cash and Carry. Pull your part. Back here from Memorial Stadium, ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Johnson holding a 7-6 lead over Islands here as we start the second quarter with a 2nd and 5 for the Sharks from their own 38-yard line. Jeremiah Gabriel lines up in the pistol. Jeremiah, I could say it. I could say his name. Jamari Sanders, excuse me. In the backfield. Sanders up the middle. Going to get right to the sticks. That might be enough for a first down there. That's right there. We'll see if they give it to him. Looking like they might. That's a first down. Thought for a second they might bring out the sticks and measure it. Looks back at it a couple times, but moving the sticks here for the Island Sharks as Gabriel back to the pistol for Islands. This time from the 44-yard line. Now turns and gives it to Sanders again. Up the middle. Pushes it out there to the left side. Picks up a few before he runs into the teeth of the defense.
Left tackle. About a 3-yard gain. Brings up second down.
3 or 4 yard gain here by Sanders out to the 48-yard line.
From the Islands High School 48-yard line.
2nd and 6 here for the Sharks. Gabriel now play action, rolling out to his right, looking for a man downfield. Caught! This one by Bruton, still able to turn upfield, bump off a man, and get down to the 25-yard line. That Tavar Bruton.
Tackled by Johnson High School, number 17.
The big catch off the rollout, but looking back at the line of scrimmage here, we do have a flag down. And looking like this one coming back after the big completion for Islands. See what it is here, kind of right in the realm of where a holding call would be. And instead, it's an ineligible receiver downfield for the Sharks. On the rollout there, the offensive lineman got a little bit excited blocking downfield. That'll bring this back to a 2nd and 11. Takes away a huge completion there for the Sharks. Would have been enough for a first down. Would have brought it inside the 30 there of Johnson. Instead, lining up now from their own 43-yard line for the 2nd and 11. This Gabriel in the pistol. Takes a snap, looking off to his right. Evades the pressure, rolling to his right, still looking downfield. Now tucks it in, throws it over the top of the defense, but through the hands there of Russell Wright. Looks like he took a big hit there after he delivered the football as well, but threw it back across his body. Would have been a heck of a completion there by Gabriel to Wright. Either way, it falls incomplete. Going to bring it to 3rd and 11 for Islands, down 7-6 with 10:15 to go here in the second quarter. And timeout taken here by the Island Sharks offense, trying to get everything sorted out and ready to go here for this big 3rd down for the Sharks. Appreciate you joining us here on ESPNCoastal.com or however you're watching here for ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers this evening. Johnson holding that 7-6 lead over Islands right now, looking around the area. Benedictson able to tie it up again with Buford, 14-14, now 11:52 to go in the second quarter. And Garner, a big touchdown pass to Zaquan Bryan to tie that one up, as that obviously a huge one between two really good football programs around the area with Buford and Benedictson. Also tonight, this one from a few minutes ago, Calvary Day leading Frederica. They're at Calvary Day tonight, 21-0. Jake Merklinger and the offense there for Calvary Day doing big things against Frederica tonight. Now, back at Memorial Stadium, 3rd and 11, and have a new quarterback in the ball game for Islands as well. And we have a jump on the right side of the line. That's going to be offsides for the Adam Smashers. Trying to guess that snap count. That's going to be an easy 5 for Islands. So now going to be a 3rd and 6, 3rd and manageable, and Justin Kreider, who had come in the ball game at, well, looking like he will come back in the ball game. Makes sense. Gabriel did have his helmet knocked off on the play before after getting hit, delivering the football. So big 3rd and 6 backup quarterback in the game, Justin Kreider, for this third down. And jump again there by the defensive line for Johnson. This one on the far side of the field. Saw some struggles with that there last week against New Hampstead, trying to guess that snap count and jumping too many times. Just untimely penalties here early in the season. Get you every time in these non-region ball games. Now 3rd and 1 for Kreider and these Island Sharks. Kreider now gives it up the middle. This one to Sanders and swallowed up in the backfield by the defensive line there of Johnson. The linebacker coming off the edge there as well, Makari Stafford. Able to be part of that one. Now 4th and 3. Offense stays on the field for the Island Sharks. 4th and 3 from the Johnson 48. Gabriel back in the game, looks to his right. Floats it out to Ferguson, cuts it upfield. That's going to be enough for a first. Taken down at the 40-yard line. There is Roland Ferguson, so just a quick kind of bubble screen type pass to the slot receiver on the right side. Good blocking downfield, and Ferguson able to pick up the first on 4th and 3. Now working from the 40. Gabriel in the pistol. Play action to his left. Now rolling to his left. Tries to bring it upfield. Kind of taken down awkwardly. Hope he's all right there. Dragged down by a couple of defensive linemen for the Adams Smashers. And he snaps right to his feet. Just good to see there. Number 55 there. Jaden Boone for Johnson, able to get in. Help out with the tackle once again. Also, Makari Stafford there from the linebacker position, able to help out with the tackle there as well. Gabriel again, 2nd and 9 now out of the pistol. Trying to set up a screen, it looks like. It was big pressure by the defensive line for Johnson. Throws it over the middle and broken up. His intended Ferguson, his intended receiver there. And again, Stafford able to get in on the play, break that one up at the last second. Would have been an impressive catch and pass if that was complete, but Stafford obviously able to get in there and make sure it wasn't. Now what do we have here? 3rd and 9. We have a player coming off the field here. Not sure if that's a equipment issue or something like that, but the ref pulling a player off the field. Either way, 55 comes back in here for Johnson. Jaden Boone on this important 3rd and 9 for Islands. Gabriel takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, floats one off to his left, and that one broken up down the left sideline. He was looking for Jamari Sanders out of the backfield. Solid defensive play there by the cornerback. Number 25 with the breakup, Amarion Scott there on the far side of the field. Solid pass breakup, staying with his man the whole way and tracking him well. Now 4th and 9, offense stays on the field here in plus territory. Gabriel takes a snap. Looking across the middle of the field. That one almost picked off again. That would have been a 3rd interception on the night, this time by Ted Hurst. Either way, though, the Johnson Adams Smashers defense comes up big, turning the ball over in one way or another for the 3rd time on the night. First turnover on downs there for the Sharks. And of course, 2 big interceptions in this first half as well for Johnson. The defense coming up big as Gabriel was looking over the middle of the field there, Roland Ferguson in the slot. Good pass breakup, solid pass breakup by Ted Hurst. Now Johnson trying to capitalize it and take advantage of good field position once again on their own 39-yard line here with 7:52 to go in the first half. Johnson still leads 7-6. Edwards takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Looking downfield, this one to Bacon. That's going to be enough for a first down. Goes across midfield there before he's taken down. It's going to go to about the 49.5-yard line. And again, enough for a first there for Johnson. Edwards in the gun. Hands it off here. Big hit in the backfield, but able to spin out of it, but still not able to get away from the defensive lineman. That was, of course, number 52. Once again, Sharon McGirt able to get in the backfield. Cooper Bachman able to get back there. Kenny Wilder able to get back there and make the tackle. That one, Amarion Cooper on the ball is the ball carrier there, but able to spin out of the first one. Still couldn't get away from the rest of those Island Sharks defenders. Now another big loss. Going to bring it all the way back to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 19 here for Johnson. Edwards takes a snap, and luckily this one was called a false start by the near side official before it got going. Snap was going over Edwards' head, bounced off the turf, and luckily whistles were already going, but still going to bring up a 2nd and 24 for Johnson. It's tough when I want to kind of work behind the sticks. Some big penalties tonight. Still 2nd and 24 here for Edwards in the gun. Pitches it off to his right. Now, this one dropped in the backfield. It looks like the running back was able to get back onto it, and now we have a flag coming in as well. I believe that might be a late hit. And that would be huge. That would turn this whole possession around for the Adams Smashers as defender came in. I believe he was trying to get to the ball as he saw it on the turf. But it looked like the running back was able to jump back on it right beforehand. And that's what it's going to be. Personal foul, late hit. There by Islands. That's going to pick up a whole lot more yardage for the Adams Smashers on that. So what could have been disaster on 2 straight plays, really, turns around and gives some of these yards back to the Adams Smashers.
2nd down and 14.
Still going to be a 2nd down here, 2nd and 14 for Johnson after that big penalty on the Sharks. Edwards in the gun, now looking to his left. Pumps, now throws. This one caught. Good blocking downfield. Able to find some room there is John Pendergraph. Does find some room. Still not enough for the first. That's going to be a 3rd and 6 for Johnson, but still, you look at how things were looking about 30 seconds ago. Big difference for the Adams Smashers.
Line of scrimmage from the Island High School Sharks 43-yard line. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left to go before halftime.
All with the flag and everything. It got mixed up here a little bit. 4th and 6 here. 4th and 5, excuse me, for the Adams Smashers from the Island's 43-yard line. Cooper in motion off to the right. Sets up a screen here in the middle for Bacon. Trying to shake would-be tacklers, and that is going to be enough for a first down. Nolan Bacon picking up the tough yards in the middle, carrying the tacklers for a couple yards and able to pick up the first for Johnson all the way down to the 36-yard line for the Adams Smashers. Keon Edwards in the gun. Cooper to his left. Hands it to Cooper. Bounces it to the left, trying to shake off tacklers. Cooper Bachman finally brings him down, but now before he picks up a good 5 yards on that one.
Tackled by 42 Bachman for a short gain. Second down and 5.
Oh, this one dropped by Edwards. He took it on the read option. He drops it. And the big man is rumbling and stumbling down the sideline. This Sharon McGirt able to bring it all the way back for a touchdown. What a turn of events on that drive. Yeah, Johnson able to survive it and find first downs 2 or 3 times in a row there, but off the QB keeper. Not sure what happened there, if someone was able to get a hand on it or what. It looks like it was just dropped as he was trying to shift what hand he was carrying the football in. Either way, that one dropped, and McGirt picks up the gift and turns on the jets for a big man. I'll say he ran away from a few people there for the huge fumble recovery for a touchdown for Islands. That's going to give them the lead now 12-7 with 4:14 left to go in the half. We'll see if they go for 2. We'll line up for the PAT here. Looking like they're going to try and make it 7. It's an interesting, but I don't think they have enough people on the field for the Sharks. And either way, it's going to be encroachment on Johnson. It's going to be half the distance to the goal for Islands. After, I'm pretty sure they didn't even have everyone they wanted to on the field. Gabriel still looking to his coaches. Now everybody getting set. Under center. Hands it off to the right. This time Sanders not able to punch it in. Swallowed up by that defensive line for Johnson. Adam Smasher's defense has been pretty solid tonight all the way around. Able to swallow up the runners in the backfield for the most part. 2 interceptions on the evening, but they still find themselves behind after the big defensive play by the Island Sharks. 12-7, 4:14 to go here in the first half. Want to thank Cash and Carry. Pull your part and make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. Also want to thank Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Back here with you from Memorial Stadium for ESPN Coastal.com's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket, the game of the week. Brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers here on ESPN Coastal.com, or however you're viewing tonight. Islands with the 12-7 lead over Johnson this evening. 4:14 to go in the first half. It's Cooper Bachman. Lines up to kick this one down to the Adam Smashers. And the kick is away all the way down to the 10-yard line. And going up the left side, now cutting back up the middle of the field to about the 32-yard line, That one, Jaden Pugh with a big kick return. Solid kick return for Johnson. Now trying to get that momentum back rolling. Has had a really solid drive going had a little bit of help certainly from that big penalty, but able to convert the 4th and 6th, have some more positive plays before the big fumble got taken back into the end zone for Islands. Now Keon Edwards back of the gun. Ready to go on this drive. Wide receiver in motion, but play going to be called dead before it gets started. Looks like motion once again by the offense, going to drive Johnson back. And I know they were working to work some of these things out, but kind of the story of tonight for the offense so far, and sadly what was last week as well, just motion false start penalties this evening kind of plaguing the Atom Smashers. As they get set for a 1st and 15 here from their own 27. Edwards fakes the handoff, now looking at his left, looking downfield and makes the adjustment. That's Ted Hurst, able to haul it in, now trying to shake off would-be tacklers. He's wrestled down at the 29-yard line. Ted Hurst able to bring it in, show off that athleticism once again. We saw that last week from Hurst. A few times had a big touchdown taken back due to penalty. No penalties, no markers on the field this time. This one will count. Hurst able to get him all the way down to the 29. Now Johnson hurrying up, trying to speed things up. Edwards already up to the line in the shotgun. Scott to his right. Pendergraft in motion. This one bobbled and dropped again in the mesh, and it's recovered by Islands. A second fumble in a row for the Island Sharks. This one recovered by Jackson Elms there from his outside linebacker position. So just disaster when you talk about fumbles on the past few drives for Islands after some huge plays as well, or for Johnson, after some huge plays as well. This one just kind of a mix-up there in the mesh. As he had some motion, looked like it was going to be a fake to Pendergraft and a handoff to the running back Scott there. Things got mixed up and bobbled, and Elms found the ball on the ground, was able just to fall on it. The Sharks take over again. 12-7 lead here with 3:28 left in the first half. This is Gabriel looking to his left, steps up in the pocket, able to evade some pressure. Now he's on the run. Big pickup for Gabriel. That is going to be enough for a first down for Islands.
Tackle by number 50, Presley for Johnson High School.
Great job, able to step to the side there, cut up field, shake off another would-be tackler with just a kind of jump cut to the right. Gets all the way up to the 44-yard line of Islands. Gabriel got a flag here once again. Looks like it's going to be a false start, this time on Islands. I believe they caught the wide receiver that time, trying to get out a little quickly. Either way, going to be a 1st and 15 by the Sharks.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
Talk about the tough situations Johnson's been set up in due to some penalties. Last week, Island's trying to work through the same thing. Last week, 17 penalties for over 150 yards on the night. So both these teams trying to work those kinks out a little bit here early in the season. Gabriel takes the snap, looks to his left, evading pressure once again, rolling to his left still, and now pushed out of bounds for the loss on the play. Great job, great pursuit by that Johnson defensive line and defensive players.
Second down and 15 for the Sharks.
Notes from around the area. Ware County down in Waycross at the end of one, leading Baldwin 10-7. Here it's Islands with the 12-7 lead over Johnson in the second quarter. Gabriel takes a snap, Trying to evade pressure once again. He's not going to this time. Swallowed in the backfield by 3 different tacklers. Look like a few different guys. That number 44 there in the backfield. Jalea Curse. Yeah, number 55 back there as well. Jaden Boone.
Johnson's number 55, Jaden Boone, leading the charge on that play. Sets the Islands High School Sharks offense back.
Clock rolling here. A 3rd and very long. Got to get all the way down to the 44-yard line of Johnson to get a first. But again, clock rolling. 1:05 to go here as Islands probably just trying to roll some clock. Get to halftime with the 12-7 lead. Now on 3rd down, it's Gabriel in the pistol. And a jump by the Johnson defense. There from the nose guard. It's going to give 5 yards right back to Islands. Savannah Christian leading Valwood right now, 28-7 in that one. 45 seconds to go here in the half. Clock still rolling for Islands. Gabriel in the gun, takes a snap, looking to his left. Now over to his left, rolling out. Just pitches it out of bounds there. Getting rid of it.
Number 2 forced out of bounds.
And it looks like we have a marker down. We'll see if that was, intentional grounding. Not a wide receiver in the area there.
Adam Smashers make a stand.
For Island. So,
It's 4th down.
big stand by Johnson there. 33 seconds left to go in the half. We'll see what they can do with this punt return and what they can do afterward here. Down 12-7 in this one. ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers here from Memorial Stadium.
Takes the field from their own 25-yard line.
Cooper Bachman back at his own 12. And number 21 for Johnson, Michael Ellison Jr., back at about the 40-yard line, ready to return this punt. Bachman gets it away. And this one comes down about the 48-yard line, takes a Johnson bounce backwards to the 45. So the Adams Smashers in business on the Island side of the field with 23 seconds to go here left in the first half.
23 seconds left to go.
Adams Smashers down 12-7, have been able to move the ball. Again, a lot like last week, have been able to move the ball inside the 30s so far. Some untimely penalties have been huge. A couple turnovers by the Adams Smashers, fumbling the football on the last 2 drives. But now 23 seconds to go. We'll see what they can do here from the Island's 47-yard line. Edwards in the gun, takes a snap. Looks to his right. This complete to Hurst. Steps out of bounds after the short gain, and it's going to wind the clock, though, as he was pushed out backwards. 12 seconds to go here, 11 seconds. And looks like this probably just going to be taken into the half by the Adams Smashers. And now a timeout by Johnson. I think the Adams Smashers thought the clock was going to be stopped due to Hurst going out of bounds, but I believe the ref's side of things, he was pushed out backwards and not picking up yards, obviously. So either way, it's going to be 3 seconds to go here on the miscommunication between the ref and the Adams Smashers, and the 43, 42-yard line here for Johnson. Down 7-12 in this one. And they're at halftime for Calvary Day. The Cavaliers leading Frederica Academy 34-0 in that one. But the timeout gives us an opportunity to thank the Uniform Source for helping us here on ESPN High School Game Day Game of the Week. The Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurant, catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available. 818 East Marin Avenue in Savannah, Georgia, or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall there for the Uniform Source. Johnson comes back out here with 3 seconds to go in the first half. Edwards in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Steps back, airs it out down the middle, down the right side of the field, and this one picked off. Now you got to be able to tackle him. Out in space, I believe this is Langston Lewis. It is. And Johnson able to track him down. Still don't have him down, though. And now finally taken down at about the 44-yard line. That one close for Johnson as you're just trying to get some points, just trying to get in the end zone. And, man, it looks like Langston Lewis took a beating there as well. There as he goes down. And you hope that just a cramp or something like that there from Lewis, as he did have 3 or 4 guys bring him down there in an awkward way. But either way, that's going to bring us to halftime here at Memorial Stadium. Islands leading Johnson right now 12-7 here as we go into halftime. And
tonight's game is being streamed live at ESPN.
Islands able to come back in this one, as after that first possession where Johnson able to intercept Islands on the first play from scrimmage for the Adams Smashers. Nolan Bacon able to take it 18 yards with the touchdown run and put Johnson up 7-0 to start the game. But after that, Islands just able to tick away little bit by little bit and finally take the lead there in the second quarter with, the second possession for Islands, able to hit some big plays, big pass completion to Cooper Bachman for about 40 yards. And then Jeremiah Gabriel able to call his own number with a 24-yard touchdown run on a 3rd and 19, by the way. Was just looking for the first there at the 40-yard line, but able to tuck his shoulder, spin off a couple guys, and find his way into the end zone. PAT missed after that one, which gave Johnson, held a 7-6 lead. Back and forth, some big turnovers either way. Johnson with 2 interceptions in the first half. Islands with 2 fumble recoveries in the first half. And one of them was absolutely huge. And when I say huge, I mean huge. It was 7-6, and Edwards went to the left, dropped the ball, and Sharon McGirt, the defensive lineman, the one who Coach Kenderick Bonner mentioned on High School First Look as the focus of this Islands defense, picks up the ball, and, man, he rumbled 72 yards down the sideline, outrunning everybody, not able to track him down, obviously, and scores there for Islands. 2-point conversion, non-successful, and that brings us here to the 12-7 score we have at halftime for the Island Sharks. So it's been an interesting game for sure. You see the talent, you see the potential both these teams have, able to move the ball and have some big plays, especially in between the 30s. But just like the first few games of the season, both these teams trying to find their first win, kind of plagued by turnovers, plagued by penalties. False starts have been huge for Johnson, as I got 3 false starts in a row on the same side of the field there on their second possession. And Islands, not excused from that either, as they've had kind of the same thing. Had a late hit penalty come in, which, quite frankly, I think could have gone either way. Had a fumble, a guy was trying to get to it, but that one still, I believe, could have gone either way. But either way, counts against you, kept the drive alive for Johnson. Some big false starts and encroachments as well by the Islands defense. So penalties, turnovers, the things you come to expect early in the season in these non-region games, but certainly we'll see if these two teams are able to put that in the rearview mirror in the second half and as the season goes on here looking forward. But Islands with a 12-7 lead over Johnson here from Memorial Stadium at halftime. I'm PJ Zuko. This is the ESPN High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. We'll come back for the second half in just a little bit.
at 13 apiece.
And welcome back in to ESPN Coastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda Dealers. Here from Memorial Stadium, Islands leading Johnson 12-7 at halftime. From around the area, Benedictine leading Beaufort 17-14 in the third. It's 14-13. Burt County over Richmond Hill right now at halftime. Appling County leading South Effingham 10-3. Jeff Davis leading Jenkins 26-7. New Hampstead at halftime 51-0 over Savannah right now. Calvary Day leading Frederica Academy at half 34-0. It's Savannah Christian leading Valwood 31-7, and ECI with the 14-0 lead over Valwood currently. But 12-7 the lead here for the Island Sharks over Johnson. Both teams looking for their first win of the season here from Memorial Stadium. Well, thank you for joining us here on ESPN Coastal.com. However you are watching here, ESPN High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda Dealers. Islands will be kicking to Johnson here as Cooper Bachman gets set to send it away. You have Jaden Pugh and Keon Green back for Johnson. Scoring in the first half, 18-yard touchdown run by Nolan Bacon. You had a 24-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Gabriel, and the 72-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown by Sharon McGirt to make it 12-7. Islands over Johnson here as we start the second half. As Cooper Bachman gets teed up and ready to go, ready to send it away. Pugh and Green waiting around their 10-yard line. This one going to go to Green. Keon Green drops it, picks it back up, now goes to his right, but tripped up around the 20-yard line. Big stop by number 18 there, Jackson Elms. Able to get down the field, cover the kickoff well. It's going to be right at the 20-yard line, an old-school touchback. Field position here for the Johnson Atom Smashers. So, hey, their first drive of the night started on Islands 18. This drive starts on their own 20 here to start this second half for the Atom Smashers. Keon Edwards back at quarterback in the gun for Johnson. Some big plays in the first half. Big fumble, though, as well. See if he can shake it off. Now looks to his left. Complete to Hurst. Ted Hurst able to break some tackles. A flag is down, though. That's going to be enough for a first before he gets ushered out of bounds. But we'll see what the flag is. You always have to see. You always have to see what the flag is with those quick bubble screens. You have wide receivers out there blocking and trying to hold their blocks as best as possible. Looks like we might have a hold here on the Atom Smashers. And it will. From the spot of the foul, which was right at the 26-yard line, it's going to be backed up to the 16 and going to be 1st and 14 for Johnson.
10-yard penalty places the line of scrimmage at the Johnson High School 16-yard line. First down and 15.
Now Keon Edwards again in the gun. 1st and 14 for Johnson. Edwards takes the snap, looks to his right. Bubble screen again. Able to sneak through a couple defenders and pick up some solid yardage. Looks like that was Pendergraph on the opposite side of the field. Able to pick up some solid yardage and make it a 2nd and 7 here for Johnson.
Line of scrimmage from the Johnson High School 23-yard line.
Pendergraph in motion. Edwards looks to his left. Hurst gets the catch. Jukes a man. Breaks another tackle. Wrestled out of bounds by Bachman, but not before he's able to get across the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down for Johnson. So just these quick grabs by Johnson. Bubble screens to the left, bubble screens to the right. Able to pick up a first, and we'll see if Johnson keeps this trend going. Edwards now in the gun, trips to his right. Lone wide receiver to his left. Bacon in the backfield to his left at running back. Edwards takes a snap, looks to his right. Delivers, trying to get it over the defender, and this one is going to be picked off by the linebacker. That's Russell Wright. The outside linebacker able to get out in coverage and track his man down. Edwards tried to touch pass to the outside wide receiver, but couldn't get it over the outstretched hands of Russell Wright. Big turnover by the Island Shark once again, who have really tightened up defensively. That's 4 turnovers, I believe, in 5 possessions by the Sharks defense. Big interception there to end the first half. Almost taken back to the opposing side of the field by Langston Lewis. Almost broke loose. 2 fumble recoveries, 1 for a touchdown, and then that interception to start the second half. Jeremiah Gabriel in the pistol. Looks to his left. A broken play here. Still able to get away from a few would-be tacklers. Gets wrestled down, though. Still going to be a loss on the play for the Johnson's defense. It's a loss of 2 for Islands. And going to come up with a 2nd and 12 there. 4 or 5 Atom Smashers in the backfield after Gabriel looked to his left to try and hand it off. Running back wasn't looking for the ball. A bit of a broken play still. Could have been a whole lot worse. Gabriel in the pistol. Takes a snap, hands it to his left. This Sanders. Wrestled down. Did the ball come out? Did it come out before he's down? That's Atom Smasher football. Turnovers back and forth tonight. Sanders drops the ball, and number 8 for Johnson. Been all over the field tonight. Makari Stafford picks it up, and it's back in the Atom Smashers' hands on their own 30-yard line as we swap turnovers back and forth between the Sharks and the Atom Smashers. That's 3 on the night for Islands, 4 on the night for Johnson. Now Edwards back in the pistol. Right back on offense for Johnson. Looks to his left, hands it to Bacon. Bacon up the middle. Almost found a seam, but Cooper Bachman able to wrap him up after the 3-yard gain.
Gain on 1st down, 2nd down and 7.
Nine minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Islands with the 12-7 lead over Johnson. A couple of turnovers already by both teams. Or a turnover by both teams here in the second half. Edwards on the 2nd and 7. Able to corral this one in the backfield, but he gets swallowed up by that defensive line by Islands. That Dominique Watson-Davis. And hard to corral the snap down there when it's by your ankles, and I've seen a couple snaps almost over the head of Edwards this evening. That one low. Had to bend over for it, and by the time he looked up, he had 4 defensive linemen staring at him. Now 3rd and 14 here for the Atom Smashers. With Edwards again in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to either side. Bacon running back to the left. Edwards takes a snap, looks to his left. Downfield, that going to be broken up by Manny Sneed, their defensive back. He was looking for Russell Capers Jr. on the left sideline and just didn't get enough air under it. Sneed able to break this one up, and they'll send the punt team on the field for the Adams Smashers. Jermaine Holzendorf getting set to punt this one away again. Langston Lewis, Roland Ferguson back for the Sharks at about midfield to field this punt. 7:56 to go here in the third quarter. Islands holding on to this 12-7 lead. This one bounces about the 45-yard line, takes a Johnson bounce down to about the 40.5, which is where Islands will take over, following the punt by Johnson. Thank you for joining us here on ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Remember, at Enmarket, you can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. Established in 1964, Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout the communities they serve in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Now back to the action. 12-7, Islands with the lead, and Jeremiah Gabriel at quarterback in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands it to his left. This is Sanders. Right back to him on the ground, and Johnson, that defensive line, able to wash him up there. Take him down after the 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain. Give him 2 for Sanders. 2nd and 8 here for the Sharks.
Second down from the Sharks' 42-yard line.
And what do we have here? Got everybody looking around. Do see a flag now.
Penalty flag tonight. Sharks offense going backward.
And then, again, be a false start on Islands here. Backtracking to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 12 now for the Sharks.
Second down and 12 from the 37.
Gabriel, the play action rolling to his right, pressured, able to get away for now, but still shaking off would-be tacklers, tracked down by that Johnson defensive line, and now we have a flag coming in late. It's going to be unnecessary roughness on somebody, but we'll see Hugh.
Number 64.
Defensive line there for Johnson, able to get back there and make some big plays tonight. Elijah Heyman on that one, sticking with it. Yeah, Malachi Bacon out there as well, putting some pressure on the quarterback. And unnecessary roughness on Islands. And backing this one up 15 for that. That's after also the sack. So, I mean, look all the way back to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 35 for Islands. The midfield stripe is your first down marker. Gabriel in the gun. Rolls to his left. Evades the pressure. Finds some running room. Cuts upfield. Gets to the 30. But tracked down still. Obviously not going to be enough there, and he is down. He is not getting up.
Number 2 on the run. Takes some good yardage. Tackled by Ronald Smith, number 13.
Jeremiah Gabriel down here.
Timeout. Injury timeout.
And that he does roll over. Injury timeout here on the field for Jeremiah Gabriel as he comes down. Hopefully, looking like that might have just been a cramp. Hopefully it is that way. He can get up here in a few seconds. Did not look good there initially, but Coach's Corner, want to thank them for joining us here on the broadcast. Coaches just turned 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over 25 of those years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. There are other ways to have fun at Coach's as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole. There's never a dull moment here since there's something on every night. That at 3016 East Victory Drive in Thunderbolt. That at Coach's Corner. So Gabriel able to walk off under his own power. Thank goodness. Cooper Bachman back to punt it away for the Island Sharks. You have Michael Ellison Jr. back for Johnson at about his own 35, 30-yard line. And this one bobbled by Bachman. And Johnson has it. Man, a big bobbled punt by the punter there. And Johnson able to recover what you could call a fumble there at about the 22-yard line. The muffed punt, huge on special teams. And Johnson going to take over at the Island's 22. That one interesting, kind of went low for it. By the time he got a hand on it or was able to get it going, he had about 3 or 4 Johnson Adams smashers ready to tackle him. Ball goes flying up in the air, and Johnson able to recover. Great field position again. 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Johnson trailing Islands 12-7. Edwards in the gun. Bacon now to his left. You have Capers Jr. as the up back to his right. And we have motion there right before the ball is snapped. Once again, looks like it's going to be a false start. Most likely on Johnson. And, yeah, they're bringing it back to the 27-yard line. So it's just a tough night. It's a tough night when you're starting the first 15, first 20 all night.
Line of scrimmage from the 28-yard line.
Edwards in the gun, hands it off to Bacon. Bacon spins, trying to evade the pressure from that Island's defensive line.
And off to number 5, Bacon fights his way forward for about 2 yards.
Looks like he might have fought his way for 2 yards there.
Second down and ball.
No, I think it was just right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 15 once again. And Johnson trying to get everything sorted out here. Edwards back on the field with the play call. You have Bacon to his right, Capers Jr. to his left. Edwards takes a snap. Looking to his right. This one batted down. At by number 9 for the Island Sharks. Tavar Bruton gets in there to break it up. Man, Edwards jumped on that one quick, just making sure that wasn't called a fumble or anything like that. One of those interesting things where the quarterback saw him just going forward at the right time. Bruton able to bat it down. Third down now again. 15 for Johnson. Edwards takes the snap, looks to his left, looking downfield. Miscommunication with the wide receiver. Langston Lewis picks off the pass. Thought he stepped out of bounds, but he's taking it back. Cuts across field. That's going to be a block in the back, but Lewis still navigating traffic, and his athleticism's taking over. He's going to take this back for a touchdown, but it's coming back. It's coming back to about, most likely about the 20-yard line, but still, huge interception on the miscommunication from Johnson. Langston Lewis able to pick it off at about the 1-yard line. He was close to that sideline. He was close to it, but looked like he was able to stay in bounds. and cut across field. But you start cutting across field, have guys out there that aren't used to blocking. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty obvious block in the back here. It's just all about setting up where it was and where this ball is going to be placed. But either way, it's going to be Island Sharks football. And that, I believe, the 5th turnover of the night. By this Island's defense. Getting everything sorted out here, we'll go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. Granger Honda, Savannah's only 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Actually, I believe that's going to make it 4-4. 2 interceptions for Johnson. Their offense, 2 fumbles for their offense. In Islands, you have 3 interceptions thrown, the 1 fumble lost. So it's going to even things out when it comes to turnovers. And Island's going to take over after everything gets sorted out here with the Langston Lewis interception and return and block in the back. Now, going to be 1st down and 10 for Islands at the 32-yard line. Sanders takes it, swallowed up, but he's carrying the pile, though. Had guys with arms wrapped around him. I'd count 3 or 4. Johnson defenders at least still able to keep that momentum rolling and pick up a good 4 yards. So what would have been a loss of 2 turns into a gain of 4 for the Island Sharks. Young running backs. Christian Gokel, I'm sure if he heard this, would be doing something. He says I say it all the time. Keep those legs churning. Keep them going. Pick up some momentum, you can keep it rolling. 2nd and 6 here for Islands. And the gun flips it out over the middle. This one, Bruton. He breaks the tackle, breaks another one. Has Johnson, guys draped all over him. Gets all the way down to the 39-yard line. Tavari Bruton up the middle. A little pop pass from the quarterback, Gabriel. Bouncing off a lot of would-be tacklers and gets it into Johnson territory here at the 39. Islands still holding that 12-7 lead with 3 minutes now to go in the 3rd. Gabriel in the pistol. Play action now. Now tries to throw it over the middle again. This one dropped, though, by Bruton just out of his outstretched hands. Might have hit his fingertips. Thought that was going to go right into the breadbasket, though, again. But Island's obviously seeing something in the middle of the field off that play action and trying to exploit it here on this drive. Now Gabriel kind of banged up. He does take a seat down there at midfield. Not sure if this is a cramp or what. No, he was dealing with that a little bit at the end of the last drive, so we'll go to timeout here. And give us time once again to thank our sponsors here on ESPNCoastal.com. The Uniform Source. Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurant, and catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available, 818 East Duran Avenue, Savannah, in Savannah, Georgia. Or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. Also, want to thank Cash and Carry Pull Your Part. Make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week. And they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. There at Cash and Carry, Pull Your Part. We're back here with you at Memorial Stadium. Gabriel able to hobble off there under his own power. So Hope he's all right here. Hope that's just some cramping or something like that, but he's able to make it to the sideline. But back here at Memorial Stadium, PJ Zuko here with you, ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda Dealers. Islands holding the 12-7 lead over Johnson. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Back and forth, a lot of movement in between the 30s, but big turnovers by both teams as well. Now, number 13 for Islands in at quarterback, Justin Kreider. Takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders, off to the left. Taken down, but not before he's able to pick up 6 or 7 there off the left side. And all these guys have seen time over the course of the first 2 games. Jeremiah Gabriel now out, hobbled off a little bit. Amari Bedgood went off with injury in the first game of the season. Langston Lewis took snaps at quarterback there in the last game, but Justin Kreider now taking over, the junior for Islands. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sanders on the right. Bobbled a little bit, but able to secure it before he gets into the middle, into the teeth of the defense. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Island Sharks. Islands now moving, that clock turning as well. 1:30 now to go in the third quarter for the Sharks, holding that 12-7 lead. Kreider in the pistol. Oh, and that got Langston Lewis. Sadly, that's your wide receiver, and you don't want to see that. That's going to be a false start for the Island Sharks. Trying to get that snap count, trying to get Johnson to jump. That defensive line has had some trouble with that in these last couple games, but that time it was Lewis who jumped for the Sharks. 1st and 15 now for Islands. And, I mean, that's going to be a false start. On the offense, you had the defender walk up to the line, whether he thought the ball was snapped or not, did not cross the line of scrimmage, and the offensive lineman reacting a little late to that, trying to get the offsides call, and now we have Kreider coming off. Jeremiah Gabriel, once again coming back on the field for this 1st and 20. Gabriel looking to his right, dumps it off to Sanders in the backfield. One-handed catch and washed up in the backfield. Big open field tackle by the linebacker there. And that number 17, Anthony Cooper, there for Johnson. A little slow on the call out there. Has that front side of the jersey kind of tucked up. But still able to make a good reaction time there and a good tackle in the open field. Now, back all the way at the 41-yard line are the Island Sharks. And gonna bring it all the way down to the end of the third quarter. There, it's going to be 2nd and real long for the Sharks when we come back for the 4th. But appreciate you joining us here on ESPNCoastal.com for ESPN's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket. It's a game of the week brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda Dealers. Islands with the 12-7 lead here. Want to thank Enmarket, of course. You can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. Established in Savannah in 1964, Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout the communities they serve in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Did you know they've built a new app as well with tons of new features? Download the Enmarket app today to get exclusive app-only coupons and pay for your fuel from your phone. We know at Enmarket gas station, you'll be able to find a fresh choice and a friendly face at Enmarket. PJ Zuko back here with you from Memorial Stadium and ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. The Sharks of Islands have a 12-7 lead over Johnson as we start the fourth quarter, but now sit with a 2nd and 23 do the Sharks with Gabriel back in at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sanders off the left side, swallowed up in the backfield again. That number 17 once again making the play, Anthony Cooper for Johnson, making his presence felt over the last couple drives for the Adam Smashers.
Number 8 smashing on that tackle. Brings up 3rd down and forever for the Sharks.
Now again, 3rd and 23 for Islands. Gabriel in the pistol. Takes a snap, play action, rolls off to the right, sends it up the middle of the field. That one caught by Bruton. But gang tackling there by Johnson. Make sure he doesn't turn up and get up any farther upfield. That's going to be 4th and 15 for the Island Sharks, and we'll see what they do here. They're going to try and pin Johnson deep here late in the fourth, or not late, but in the fourth quarter. No, bringing their offense back on the field. 4th and 15. Gabriel there in the pistol. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Takes a snap, looking to his left. Goes over the middle of the field. That one almost intercepted as it was short. Intended receiver was Roland Ferguson. And the defensive back beating himself up a little bit, but either way, able to make the play on 4th down, turn it back over to the offense. It's been back and forth all night with big defensive stands, big defensive plays as well. Each team with 4 turnovers on the night. 3 interceptions by this Johnson defense, 1 fumble recovery. You have 2 interceptions by Islands, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 brought back for a touchdown there for the Island Sharks. But Keon Edwards with 10:27 to go here in the fourth, trailing Islands 12-6. Is back out for the Adam Smashers, takes a snap, gives it to Bacon up the middle, trying to find his way through those defensive linemen, but he's not going to be able to. See if he gets maybe half a yard in that one. And looks like he's struggling getting up a little bit. But he's able to get up under his own power, trying to convince him to let him stay on here. It looks like he will. Either way, have seen some awkward collisions tonight. Did have Tyleek Walker taken off the field. Sadly not under his own power. Looked like a leg injury. Hope to hear some good news about him in the coming days there for Tyleek Walker. So hopefully he recovers soon from what went on with him. But 2nd and 9 here for Johnson and Keon Edwards. He loads this one up. This is Hurst wide open. Not able to get to it, though. Just too far, maybe a yard and a half too far out in front of Ted Hurst. And, man, that has got to be rough. Either way, the defensive backs for Islands got crossed up on who they were trying to defend. Left Ted Hurst running wide open down the right sideline. And if there's one guy you don't want to get wide open, we've seen it tonight. You can have 1 or 2 guys on Ted Hurst, and he can just out-jump you. Either way, though, now 3rd and 9. Back after that. Trips to the right. 1 wide receiver to the left. Running back to Keon Edwards' right. Edwards rolling out to the right now. Throws it, and this one again out of the outstretched arms there of John Pendergraft. So 2 tough incompletions there for the Johnson offense.
Ball falls incomplete. No gain, brings up 4th down.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 9 here. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like the punt team coming out for Johnson. As a 12-7 game, one play, one possession can kind of change everything in this one. In this one possession, low-scoring game, full of turnovers. Some tough penalties tonight as well. 9:21 to go here, and Island's trying to get back the ball here after this punt. You have Ferguson and Lewis back ready to return this one. Not gonna happen though, as this punt kind of shanks off the right side of the foot of Hosendorf, and Ferguson gonna pick that one up late. Oh, and we got some guys getting after it here on the sideline, and that's gonna be a couple penalties. As I believe we had some late blocking happening and guys taking offense to that. Yeah, good job by the coaches getting everybody separated and everything like that. You have Deshaun Printup coming all the way across the field telling his guys to get off the opposing sideline, and great job by all the coaches, I'll say, on both sides there, by Printup getting all the way over there and making sure his guys got corralled back to Island side of things, and same thing by the Johnson coaching staff. So now what do we have? As we'll see if this is offsetting penalties or not. I believe we had a semi-late block, a player taking offense to that, and it looks like we are going to have unnecessary roughness on Islands. So that going to back him up 15 yards here all the way back to the 25-yard line. And depending on who you are, whether you agree with that or not, either way. But just some tough blocking, sometimes they get under the skin a little bit there. Either way, Island's going to recover, take over here at the 25 with a 5-point lead still. 12-7 over Johnson, 9:05 to go here in the fourth. I want to thank Granger Honda for their support here on ESPN Coastal's Game of the Week. Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Jeremiah Gabriel back with these Island Sharks. Gabriel has the only offensive touchdown for the Sharks on the night, with that big touchdown run early in the first quarter. Takes the snap. Looking over the middle. It's going to get hit in the backfield and taken down. Solid hit there by number 44. That's Jalea Curse for Johnson coming off the edge. That looked like it was going to be a big smack. He was able to wrestle him down, though. As Jeremiah Gabriel does have one of those big bodies, kind of tough to get down. Either way. All the way back at the 18 now are the Sharks. 2nd and 17. Gabriel takes the snap, hands it to Sanders. Sanders trying to find some room off the right side. Not going to find any, though, as that's number 17 once again for Johnson. Anthony Cooper, plenty of energy, as you can see as well. All over the field tonight. Got to say, him, Cooper, and Stafford for Johnson sure have been doing big things from their linebacking positions, able to roam the field very well. 3rd and 16 now for Islands. Gabriel takes a snap, looking far down the right sideline, and that is going to be Langston Lewis not catching the football, but drawing the defensive pass interference there by Johnson. No doubt, and kind of slow to get up there. We'll see what that is, but yeah, either way, that's going to be defensive pass interference, and that's going to give Islands a first down. You have Langston Lewis out there on the outside, solid throw down that right sideline, and sometimes the best you can do is kind of wrap him up a little bit. That's exactly what the defender did. Well, actually, forgive me, not going to be a first down. Not enough yardage there off the 15-yard call to get the first. So it was 3rd and 16. 3rd and 1 now for Islands. Forgive my math. Gabriel takes a snap up under center and pushes the pile about 4 or 5 yards. That is enough for a first down for the Island Sharks. 7:31 here in the ball game. Sharks leading 12-7 late in this one. That clock starts churning once again once they get the markers set. Gabriel now starting to take his time a little bit. Try and burn that clock for the Sharks. Jeremiah Gabriel in the pistol, takes a snap. Looks to his left, now stepping up in the pocket, trying to find some room. Gets outside, looks to his right, finds a man. This one caught on the second level of the defense. Trying to get a number there, believe that was Bruton. Just able to find a soft spot in the defense and sit there, wait for his quarterback to find him. That's exactly Tavari Bruton again. Most of the time in the middle of the field for the Sharks. This time out on the outside, finding a soft spot in the defense, and that's going to be a first for the Island Sharks at the 38-yard line. Jeremiah Gabriel doing a great job tonight evading pressure. He's been in and out of the game with, I believe, some cramping issues and some things like that. Either way, able to tough it out so far for the Sharks. Gabriel takes a snap, looking to his left, now to the center of the field. This one to Ferguson, and the defensive back lays the boom to break that one up as Ferguson was juggling the ball a little bit. And once again, that one, Anthony Cooper. Comes up from the defensive back spot in the middle of the field, man. You gotta be able to haul that one in quicker than that. Can't be bobbling that one. Those defensive backs are just waiting to get a hit like that in. Now 2nd and 10. Gabriel takes a snap, gets hit as he throws, but still delivers it to Langston Lewis, who spins out to the right. We'll see if that's enough for the first down. Believe it is. It's just that quick little hook to Langston Lewis. Dangerous anytime he gets his hands on the football. And Gabriel took a shot again as he delivered that ball, but still accurate. Clock keeps going. 5:40 now in the ball game. Islands holding a 12-7 lead now and driving. Gabriel takes a snap. Free man off the edge. He's able to evade him. Still evading tacklers, but finally taken down in the backfield by the first man that put pressure on him in the first place. Makari Stafford again. Kind of all over the field tonight. Able to apply that pressure and wait for the cavalry to come in and help him out. Backs Islands up to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 2nd and 16 for the Sharks.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Gabriel takes a snap, evading pressure once again, steps up, goes all the way to the right, circling around, trying to find a man downfield. Kind of gets crossed up a little bit in the backfield and able to throw this one away. Whew. He's able to get away, and he's able to evade pressure very well, but you start backing up like that, your feet kind of get crossed up. You have 4 people trying to tackle you. That's enough to have an offensive coordinator, head coach hold their breath and then some. Gabriel able to find a man and just get the ball out of bounds. Luckily, it falls to safety. But that could have been rough for Islands. Now, 3rd and 16, though, again. 4:33 left in the ball game. And Islands, important possession here. Gabriel puts it up, middle of the field. That one tracked down, at 2 wide receivers in the area. And Ferguson was the closest one to it, got his hands on it. But as he falls to the turf, the ball does too. Incomplete. Interesting, you had 2 guys running down the seam. Yeah, Tavari Bruton and Ferguson close to it. Ferguson ends up getting his hands on it, but isn't able to bring it in. And that as a quarterback, you kind of have 2 of those guys open. You kind of loft it up and just hope one of them runs underneath it. But, I mean, that's when that confusion starts going into play. Who's going to catch it? 4th and 16 now for Islands. Jeremiah Gabriel. Pressure again. 3 Johnson Adams smashers. He rolls to his right and then back to his left, trying to find some running room. Goes up the middle of the field, cuts up now. Going to be taken down by 2 different Adams smashers. And that's a hard hit, about 6 yards short of the marker. So, man, he was able to find a whole lot of room and get away from a whole lot of Adams smashers. But at the end of the day, not enough to pick up the first down. All the way up to the 24-yard line. Johnson going to take over on downs with 4:11 left in the game. 12-7 lead for Islands. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Also want to thank Enmarket, Granger Honda, Uniform Source, Cash and Carry, and Coach's Corner for the support here on High School Game Day. Johnson now takes over. Edwards looks to his right. It's out to Pendergraft. This one dropped. And luckily that was a forward pass. Those bubble screens, you start to get worried if it goes backwards or not. Could be a fumble, but either way, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Johnson. 4:07 to go in the ball game. 12-7 Islands. Both teams tonight looking for their first win on the season. And all night we've kind of seen the same thing as both these teams, ton of talent, both sides of the ball. Defense making some big plays with big turnovers, but penalties have been huge for both teams also. Edwards takes a snap, looks over to the right, gets it out. This one complete. That's Jaden Pugh. Able to pick up some yards, but now sadly he is down. Looks like he's in some pain as well. So we've had a few different injuries this evening. Hopefully he's able to get up from this one here soon. But take some time. Thanks some sponsors here that we just went through. The Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrub, safety, restaurant, catering, church ushers too, embroidery also. 818 East End Avenue there in Savannah, Georgia, or check out their store inside the Savannah Mall. Also want to thank Cash and Carry Pull Your Part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. That's Cash and Carry Pull Your Part. Back here with you, Memorial Stadium, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket here on the Game of the Week, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. 3:53 to go, now clock rolling as well. after the injury timeout. 3:45. Johnson trailing 12-7. 3rd and 4 for the Adams Smashers. Edwards takes a snap, looks over. Hurst catches, but was that caught? And was that, it looks like that was a backwards pass, a lateral, but it's going to be called incomplete. I understand Edwards was back in the gun, so that's going to take it a few yards back, right? But still, that one was close. That one was close, whether it was forward or backward. Either way, they're going to call it incomplete, and now decision time. Not really a big decision. So you're going to go for it here. 3:27 left, 4th and 4. Biggest decision. What play call are you going to go with here? Edwards in the gun. 2 wide receivers to either side of him. Slot receivers swapping back and forth. You have Bacon to the left of him at running back. Keon Edwards here, 4th and 4. They're going to call a timeout. Johnson going to call the timeout, talk this one over. Probably biggest play of the ball game right here, at least up to this point. As a 3:27 left, 4th and 4. In your own territory, down by 5, 12-7 here in the 4th quarter. I want to thank Enmarket, of course, for all they do here for high school sports in Savannah. You can find fresh foods, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. Established in Savannah in 1964, Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout their community since 1964, of course, serving their community in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Did you know they built their own app here with tons of new features? Download the Enmarket app today to get exclusive app-only coupons and pay for your fuel from the phone. You know, at an Enmarket gas station, you'll be able to find a fresh choice and a healthy face always there at Enmarket. ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Back here with you from Memorial Stadium. 4th and 4 for Keon Edwards and the Adams Smashers offense. Come out of a timeout, getting everything sorted out here. Got trips to the right for Keon Edwards. 1 wide receiver to the left, now motioning back to the left, trying to get everything sorted out. Edwards now takes the snap. Pressure right off the snap, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Once again, Sharon McGirt making his presence felt. The biggest play of the ball game, he comes up with the sack, and it looked like kind of unblocked coming off the line there, miscommunication, and you had back and forth. You saw it coming out of the timeout there. The wide receivers rotating back and forth, a lot of looks to the sidelines. Might have been a miscommunication up front as well, but McGirt has 2 huge plays in this ball game. Of course, the 70-plus yard touchdown off the fumble recovery. Now with that big sack on 4th and 4, giving the ball back to his offense in Johnson territory, right outside the red zone, are the Island Sharks. And Sanders, who now takes it off the right side of the offensive line, carrying a couple Johnson defenders, pushing the pile. Got 8, 9 yards on the carry. Jamari Sanders just keeping on pushing.
Number 4 Sanders on that play.
Through that offensive and defensive line.
It's 2nd down and short.
Clock is rolling. It's 2:50 to go now in the ball game. And the Sharks knocking on the door on Johnson's 12-yard line.
High School, your defense needs you now. Make some noise.
.230 to go. Gabriel takes the snap. Back to pass. Pressured. Throws it up in the middle of the field. This one dropped. He was open. That was Cooper Bachman in the middle of the field. And man, Gabriel, I'm surprised he even saw him. Looked like he was about to go down. Flips it up. Give credit to the defender pressuring Bachman there at the last second, but still,
Big play.
if you're a Sharks fan, you'd love to see that one hauled in.
Now.
That stops the clock, too, at 2:18 to go. 2:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. 12-7 lead, and a 3rd and 1 from the 12-yard line for Islands. Gabriel walks up to the line. Looks like QB sneak here. Yep, all the way. Pushing the pile. Offensive lineman trying to help him out. Gets all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Ball carrier moves the ball forward. Sharks fans.
Gabriel has not gone under center a lot tonight, but the times that he has, it's been huge. A couple QB sneaks for first downs. That one takes it all the way to the 4. Now 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Clock ticking. 1:45 to go. Johnson does have 2 timeouts. But Islands, if you get a touchdown here, that could be all she wrote. And we have some motion here. We have a flag. What is this? Looks like it might be a false start. And that's what it is. I've seen that call, seen that penalty a lot tonight. If you've been tuned in for the whole broadcast, it's going to back it up to the 9-yard line. As that false start's been kind of plaguing both teams here. But now, wind the clock. 1:20 to go. Still a 1st and 9. 10 seconds on the play clock for Islands. Now down to 3. Don't think they're going to get this playoff. And they didn't. Did they get the timeout off in time? Looks like they did. Deshaun Printup able to run down, get the timeout called just in time. 1:05 left here from Memorial Stadium. 1st and 9 for Islands. When we come back, the Sharks holding that 12-7 lead. We're going to take some time and thank our sponsors here for putting on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket, brought to you by the Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. Of course, want to thank the Uniform Source, a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. Schools, scrubs, safety, restaurant, catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available at 818 East Rand Avenue in Savannah, Georgia, or check out their store inside the Savannah Mall. Also want to thank Coach's Corner. Coach has just turned 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over those 25 years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. Other ways to enjoy Coach's Corner as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole there at 3016 East Victory Drive in Thunderbolt for Coach's Corner. Islands back out and ready to go. 1:05 left to go here. 1st and 9 from Johnson's 9-yard line. 1st and goal, excuse me. Gabriel takes a snap. Going to pass it. Looking to his right, over the middle of the field. That one caught by his big wide receiver out of the slot. That's Russell Wright. Jumping up, able to catch that one over the defender and fall backwards into the end zone. That's going to make it 18-7 with just under a minute to go in this one. Huge touchdown pass from Gabriel to Wright. Quite possibly could have put this one out of reach with under a minute to go here. Lining up for the PAT is Cooper Bachman for the Island Sharks. Bachman splits it through the uprights. That's going to be 19-7 Islands with 57.9 left in this one, to be exact. And what a drive by the Adams Smashers after coming up huge on 4th down. Can't forget about that from the defense and by Sharon McGirt. Able to come up with that big tackle for loss, big sack. And then following that, some huge run plays by Sanders. Great evasive maneuvers by Jeremiah Gabriel, to get out from would-be tacklers and whatnot. Of course, the huge QB sneak all the way down to the 4-yard line, and then the touchdown pass from Gabriel to Wright. 9-yard touchdown pass that might have just sealed this victory for Islands from Memorial Stadium. Only the second offensive touchdown there of the night for Islands. As we said, McGirt, huge fumble recovery for a touchdown, but Gabriel has been a part of each of them. Touchdown run and touchdown pass on the night for Jeremiah Gabriel. In a game he's been in and out of, banged up, but pushing through, able to extend the lead. Cooper Bachman sends this one away. And this one going to be Pugh taking it back for Johnson. Once again, finds some room. Gets across the 30, out to about the 34-yard line for the Adams Smashers. Does take 7 seconds off the clock. 51 seconds here to go. 50.9 for Johnson. But they want a chance. They got to strike quick here with this offense. 1st and 10 from the 33. And excuse me. I have a call there. I believe that's going to be a block in the back, and that is detrimental to the comeback attempt all the way back to the 18-yard line. Edwards and Johnson now ready to go. Looking to his left. Rolls out to his left, now comes back to his right. Edwards looking for someone downfield, going to tuck it himself. Find his way out of bounds. Pushed out by Cooper Bachman. Still going to be a loss of 3 on the play there, evading all that pressure, and they're going to wind the clock as well. They keep it rolling as he was forced out of bounds backwards. So down to 30 seconds here. Doesn't look like a timeout going to be called here either. It's pushed back to the 15. Edwards now lining up in the shotgun. 10 seconds to go. Edwards takes a snap. Getting pressured again. Rolls out to his right. Throws this one in the direction of Hurst, but going to fall out of bounds. And that's going to run the time off the clock there as well with the incompletion. Huge win there by Islands. It's going to be the Sharks' first win of 2021. Bring their record to 1-1 here on the year. Tough loss for Johnson as they fall to 0-3 on the young season. But in 2 of these games, right, for the Adams Smashers. In the first one there with Augusta Christian back and forth. Falls just short 28-21. And then tonight, close all night. 12-7 basically the entire night. Before Islands is able to come away with some big takeaways, a big turnover on downs, and a sack as well by big Sharon McGirt and Jeremiah Gabriel. Huge plays all night, none bigger than that touchdown pass to Russell Wright there with about a minute to go, just under a minute to go, to put this one away for Islands, extend the lead, and win this one for the Sharks 19-7. So the big scoring plays on the evening. I'll talk about it. The big scoring plays, but turnovers and penalties. Again, turnovers and penalties, huge storylines in this ball game. So many false starts and just motion plays, false starts, offsides, things like that. A lot of those tonight on both these teams. So they'll look to get that sorted out. But You talk about 4 turnovers on either side of the ball. Islands throwing 3 interceptions, having a fumble. Johnson with 2 interceptions thrown, 2 fumbles lost as well on the evening. So the defense is coming up strong all night, back and forth, but it was the offense. It was the offense for Islands when they needed it that put this one out of reach. They started off the game there with a big interception by Johnson, and then Nolan Bacon on the first play of scrimmage for Johnson takes it 18 yards for a touchdown. It looked like they were going to keep on rolling. That ended up being the only score of the night for the Johnson Adams Smashers. Following that, 19 unanswered points by the Island Sharks. And I mentioned this as well. Jeremiah Gabriel out in and out of the ball game all night, dealing with cramps and injuries, banged up here and there, but able to go in with a 24-yard touchdown run, open the scoring for Islands on a 3rd and 19, and tuck his shoulder, carry a couple guys into the end zone there. Following that, a 7-6 ball game, a 72-yard fumble recovery and return for a touchdown by defensive lineman Sharon McGirt. And that was not his only big play in this ball game either. That gave Islands the 12-7 lead after the 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. Finally, on that last drive, second to last drive by Johnson, the big stop on 4th and 4, big sack by Sharon McGirt. Turned it over on downs to Islands. Some huge plays by Sanders at running back for Islands. But finally, the second offensive touchdown of the night for Islands was the touchdown pass from Jeremiah Gabriel to Russell Wright for 9 yards and the score there with 9 seconds to go, ending this one in a 19-7 ball game and win for the Island Sharks. But I want to thank you for tuning in here on ESPNCoastal.com or wherever you are listening for ESPN's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket and brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers. I want to thank the rest of our sponsors tonight as well. The Uniform Source, Cash and Carry, Coach's Corner, and of course Granger Honda as well for all the support and everything they do for high school football in the area. But from Memorial Stadium, it's 19-7, the win for the Island Sharks. For Tay Smith, I'm PJ Zuko, hoping you have a fantastic rest of your evening and weekend. Stay safe getting home and wherever you go. God bless.